Also new tonight, was he caught in a lie? Authorities say that the police officer in Millis, Massachusetts, who claims someone opened fire on his cruiser yesterday, made up the story.
And tonight, we now know his identity. Our Catherine Sotnick is live at the Millis Police Station with much more on this developing story that shocked many, Catherine.
And Christy, that police officer was in his 20s. He was a police officer here, a part-time police officer and a dispatcher for about a year's time. And we're also told by a man who knows him very well, he had aspirations to become a state police trooper.
Supposedly shot at our cruiser and is disabled at this time.
An intense manhunt for a gunman that shot at a Millis police officer inside his cruiser coming to an end, but not with the capture of a suspect.
We have determined that the officer's story was fabricated.
No idea why it was done or why he did it.
Bruce Michelli says that officer, who's now terminated from the department, grew up with his children. Millis police have not released the officer's name pending formal charges and will only say he's a part-time officer. But sources say he's Bryan Johnson of Millis.
Nervous and anxious.
Michelli says that's how Johnson seemed Wednesday when he stopped by his house to talk about what had happened.
I guess he usually stops and asks somebody on the side if they need help. He was going to ask him if they needed help, and all of a sudden he said he had 2 shots coming through his windshield.
And you believed him?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no reason not to.
He says Johnson felt scared for his life.
I said, the news said you fired 2 shots at him, and he said, yeah, he did. He says, you never know, he tried to kill me, he was going. That's how he felt.
I like the kid, you know, just nice, like I said, a very nice family.
Other neighbors say Johnson lives at this home with his parents and that they're nothing but nice.
We've lived here for 19 years, and it's just a really, really, really nice family.
They're fabulous people. They've been wonderful neighbors, and I think people jump to conclusions very quickly.
Police won't say if Johnson admitted to the alleged plot, but say ballistics evidence from Forest Road shows the shots weren't ever fired by a suspect and that there was never a gunman around town. Johnson allegedly claimed after he was shot at, he crashed his cruiser and then it caught fire. Police won't say whether or not Johnson torched his own cruiser and say that is part of the investigation. And Johnson is not in custody tonight. No word exactly as to where he is. He was not at his house when we went there earlier today, and police here in Millis are not commenting on a possible motive. Live in Millis, I'm Catherine Sotnick, NECN.
Meanwhile, police also say there were 2 threats called into the Millis Middle School yesterday that closed school today. At this time, Millis police say they don't know if that threat is related to the fabricated shooting report.